Hey peeps, welcome to another review. I know it's been ages, apologies for that. I've been really busy, well I've been really poorly as well. But I'm back, and we have one spectacular video for you today. Ta-da! You know how I'm always talking about joining the Bachmann club at some point? Well, Bachmann have been very, very kind in sending me a copy of basically the Bachmann Times, which is basically like their collectors club magazine. And the reason they've sent me this particular copy is because of the locomotive on the front of it. They have sent me a copy of this locomotive to film a review on, which is amazing. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. It's a Class 08 LMS, and I'm pretty sure it's their limited edition. However you get hold of it, this is the model, okay? This is the Class 08 special edition that they've done. Look, New Collectors Club, 00 Diesel Shunter. I love the Class 08. It's one of my favourite locomotives ever. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always loved the Class 08s. And I particularly enjoy this one. I particularly love this one because it's got LMS on it. And as we know, the Class 08 was developed from the Class 11, which was developed from all of the different shunting designs that the LMS came up with. So we really do have the LMS to thank for this iconic little shunter. It is iconic, isn't it? It's beautiful. And so there's a really nice piece here on it that talks about its history. It talks about where it was built at Derby, and then how it was given a name, how it was changed numbers because of the top system that came in and gave everything a class. And then it talks about how it was actually broken up. It was used for spares and then cut up and disassembled and recycled and gone. So that's a bit of a shame. It's such a shame it's still not around for us to look at. But yes, there we go. And here it is. This is the actual model. Now, I have already looked at a Class 08 by Bachmann before. Here we go. And I've even looked at a Class 08 by Hornby. There we go. Now, when this was looked at in 2010, and I think this was looked at a year or two later, the Hornby model did come out on top ever so slightly, and I mean ever so slightly. Its detail and dimensions were just a tiny bit more accurate and a little bit more impressive, and the motor mechanism was the tiniest bit smoother. However, that was then. This is now. And I'm pleased to report I've already ran this locomotive. It is a dream. It runs like a dream, and the detail is phenomenal. So, without further ado, let's open the box and check it out. Okay, well, the packaging is spectacular. We're used to this kind of packaging now. It's the typical block of ice. Here we go. Frozen in the centre for all time. Look at that. Beautiful. A very, very quick look at the gumph. Remember, that is a technical term that comes with this particular model. Okay, maintenance and care, running in period. Here we go. This is really important. Half an hour at moderate speed in each direction. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely ample. To be honest, you probably don't need to give it that much. It depends. But I look after all of my models. I give them a good running in, and they all run fantastically well. So, yes, make sure you do that. That's really good. And then there's, like a little technical sheet on this particular class. The Class 08 is probably the same as the one I've already got, actually. So you've got a rundown there of all the components inside, and Bachmann are really good. Well, they're just as good as Hornby when it comes to this sort of thing. If you do have any particular piece that gets broken or falls off or is damaged or needs replacing, you can use this sheet to contact the company and get it sorted. You know, it's spectacular. It's really, really good care. So, obviously, you should never need to, but just in case, it's nice to know that that's there. So that's that. Right, let's slide off the outer casing. There are no accessories. Well, at least there weren't any that I came across when I opened it. Let's just really carefully lift this out. Honestly, folks, it's just spectacular. and it's called Spectre. I'll stop there, just in case I get a copyright strike. Okay, so it's called Spectre. It's in a beautiful black matte finish LMS livery. But you've got everything. You've got the wasp warning stripes at the front. You've got the wasp warning stripes at the back. You've got the little warning signs to alert you to the overhead wires. You've got tiny little window wipers on the wipers, on the glass, on the windows there. That is the tiniest bits of detail all over this model. Rivets everywhere. This does not slide. I have tried. It doesn't slide back and forward, but the detail is just, it's brimming. Even though the doors don't open, you can see through those windows there, maybe, that there is detail inside there. It's really hard to get the camcorder to show it up, but honestly, there is detail in there. There's like controls, and look, can you see little controls and switches and levers and things? Absolutely amazing, guys. I mean, we're never going to get to properly see that, but it's there anyway. A really smart red stripe running all the way down the top of the model. I particularly like that. Red and black really go well together, so I'm enjoying that a lot. Sprung buffers, as you can expect, as you'd imagine, and then if we flip the model upside down, you can see that there's a really nice dovetail connection there for the couplings, and the couplings are actually NEM. So this is a tiny little NEM pocket, which means you can take this slimline tension lock out and you can put in a KD coupler or a Roco or anything you want, so long as it's NEM compliant. Really nice touch. It's what we expect these days, and it's what they're giving us. So thumbs up there, well done Bachmann. I obviously I've not seen this thing in real life, but the livery looks absolutely spot on. It looks flawless. I've looked at photos, I've looked it up on the internet, I've even watched a video on it, and I can't fault it. I honestly can't fault it. The bottom bit here, it does look a little bit lacking. The details there, I just think it needs weathering. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, if you'd like me to do that, do leave a comment, do get in touch, do send me a tweet, because I'm tempted. I really am. I've got quite a lot of powders now and sprays and paints, and I'm tempted to have a go and actually weather all of that area up there and make it really realistic, because it just looks too new, doesn't it? It does. It looks too new. It looks too perfect. Doesn't look like it's worked hard enough. Anyway, phenomenal detail, a huge amount of weight in such a tiny locomotive, no traction tyres, which I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear about, and the quality that we've come to expect from Bachmann shunters. It's time to put her on the track and see how well she runs. Okay, so here we are at the conservatory layout, the test layout, the most famous piece of skirting board in the whole world. I'm sure you'll agree. I'd like to see a competitor. There is a proper layout now, as you know. Well, there has been for ages, and I've finally revealed it to the world. But it's as yet not suitable for doing reviews on and stuff. The video footage you've seen is quite old, but there's no scenery, there's wiring all over the place, so I'm going to continue to do reviews down here for the time being, and then what I'll do is start to transition and take things up to the proper layout, so do keep your eyes peeled for that. I think I've put it on the track properly. Yep, there we go. Okay, it's on. Oh, gosh, do you know, it's such a... Oh, I mean, honestly, it's gorgeous. It's such a smart... I do have another LMS. Don't I have an actual... I think I've got a Class 11. I'm sure I've got a Class 11. Okay, I'm back. And I do have a black LMS 11. I think it's a Lima model. Or is it Midland Mainline? Oh, I'm not too sure. It's quite old anyway. I think it's in crew works. That's why I can't find it. I think it's having a service done. Anyway, right, we've got some power. Let's give it some juice. Oh, listen to that. Do you know, it's such a good sign when you hear such a gentle hum coming from the motor. This is DC, folks. I haven't put a chip in this. It is DCC 8-pin compliant, but there's no chip inside it. Look at that. That's DC. How many models do you know that can run that smoothly at that speed in DC with barely any power? There's barely any power getting to that motor. It's rushing down one rail, up the wheels, through the motor, down the other wheels, and then back down this track. And look at that. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, bear in mind, these things only had a top speed of about 15 to 20 miles an hour, so they're not supposed to go too fast. Let's see what the gearing is like. That's really good. That is really good. I got up to about 60 or 70%, and it wasn't going that fast. It shouldn't do. Just look at that. Okay. Well, what else do I need to show you? You're already really familiar with the Class 08. I've done quite a few videos on the Class 08. There is one thing left to test, isn't there? I need to test its strength. Okay, here it comes. Just look at this. I wanted to show you this because express points. As if they weren't even there. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I have lined up our famous mega boxes on the track over here. Look at this. I mean, this whole train weighs several kilos. Ooh, it's coupled up to it and it's pushing. Right, let's see if we can pull. Okay, I'm going to change direction. This is a standing start with the Class 08 shunter coupled up to about 3 kilos of mega boxes, so it's quite a challenge. If it can do this, then yeah, it certainly passes the shunter challenge. It will be more than good enough for any task you give it on your layout. So, here we go. Oh my gosh, folks. Can I slow it down? And this is DC. Oh gosh. Okay, so we've got looks, detail, performance, strength. I mean, just get one.
This train terminates here. Please ensure that you take all your belongings with you when you leave the train. Thank you for travelling with us today.